Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog, and today we are at Carporn Racing and we're going to be doing something so amazing. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I have been planning this since November last year, but finally it's about time. We're going to be unboxing it and building it for you. So enough of me talking, let's go unbox this baby. So after opening the box, we finally been able to lay out all the parts and see which things need to go in first. Now with the help of Jed, Stelios, and Ramjay, we were able to basically have our own sections. I did the front left suspension, Jed did the front right suspension. Stelios is working on the harder bits, which is mounting the motor and putting in the transmission. Also, later on, I will be torquing all the bolts myself because I want to be sure that I'm very safe when I'm driving this baby. I'm going to be marking the bolts so we know which ones we've done. And then hopefully by tomorrow, we are able to get the oil and the other fluids that we need to start this baby up. Now, judging our progress and seeing the time today, I think by tomorrow afternoon we should be well on our way to bringing the car on the ground and cranking her up for the first time. It's the end of day one. It's 5:30 already. We were able to do a lot of things today. I don't think we're going to take the 50 hours that Radical thinks that we need. So far, we've mounted the front suspension. We've done mounting the motor, the transmission. We've wired in some of the injectors, some of the sensors, trying to figure out all the oil lines. And yeah, we had lots of struggles with the headers. The intake, the ITVs were a bit of a pain. Those two things really took like an hour to an hour and a half each to install. I do have blisters already and some cuts because it's a very tight fit. I was under the car and trying to get everything installed. Tomorrow we'll be putting on all the rest of the bits and starting to torque down the bolts. We're going to mark every bolt because I want to be safe and make sure that we go through all the settings properly. And hopefully we'll be adding all the fluids, the battery, and trying to start the car. We'll see. Super excited and happy that day one is over. Welcome back to the car shop. It is day two and Ramjay and Stelios are now working on the car. I'm going through the manual just to make sure that we don't miss anything. We've put up the safety switch and you can see the electrical works fine. And now we are waiting for all the oils that we need. And we're going to be doing all the torquing for the front bolts. And right now they're assembling all the lines. So it's a bit tricky because the manual isn't so detailed. So we're trying to figure everything out. And after that, we'll be assembling the rear suspension, putting on the body, and then rolling it off this platform and seeing it on the ground for the very first time. Made the Filipino flag. Sorry, guys. It's a moment of truth. We're finally adding the engine oil. Thank you to Liqui Moly for sending us a box of engine oil. We're also going to be buying some race fuel. And after that, we're going to be filling the transmission with some fluids. And then lastly, we're going to do some coolant. Hopefully, after all of that, we can get to crank the car. We're quite unsure on the firing pattern for the distributor, so we haven't plugged that side. I'll make an educated guess on how the the sequence would go, and hopefully we can get the car to start without any issues. But besides that, everything looks amazing. Stelios here has done an amazing job, and we've finished the car within, I'd say, almost just under 16 hours. So it's been pretty good. We were way off target, but at the end of the day, a lot of these things have to be troubleshooted, debugged, and that's going to be happening in the racetrack. It's the end of day 2, and we've encountered some problems. We were following the specs on the manual for the oil, the coolant, the gear oil, and none of them made sense. So the manual said we were going to use 10.5 liters of coolant. We only used 6. Manual said we're going to be using 3.7 liters of oil for the gearbox. We used 4. So the manual also said we were going to use 9 liters of engine oil. We did put 9 liters of engine oil. We were trying to start the car, but we encountered some issues. After troubleshooting with the electrician, we figured out that the micro switch of the starter button was broken. So we did a quick jumper on it just to check, and the car did crank. So tomorrow morning we'll be resuming doing more troubleshooting and diagnostics to make sure that we can get everything to work. Right now, when I sit in the car and I want to prime the car with the ignition on, I actually don't hear the fuel pumps. It's a bit worrisome. We have loaded in some fuel, and we're thinking that it was a fuel sensor, but it wasn't doing any reaction after putting the fuel in. So we're hoping that we can figure out why our starter switch is broken and we're not hearing the fuel pump. Those are the challenges for tomorrow. But besides that, we got the car back on the ground, took it off the pallet, we got it sitting. We're excited to put all the panels back on, but we had to remove everything. Now tracing all the wiring to make sure. We're gonna double check everything and see if we missed anything. Already in front, we missed, I think, an ABS sensor wire. We need to reroute that back in. And I could see some loose brake ducting on the front right. So again, we gotta go once more over with the car. I did torque some of the bolts already, and we just gotta recheck everything just to be sure. I'm hoping tomorrow this thing starts, because it's, you're going so well with your rhythm, and all of a sudden, bam, roadblock, and my God, it just makes your hopes like, whoo. But again, it's all part of it. It's the first time to assemble a Radical, and we will get this to run. It's just a matter of time, and hopefully I can get on a call with our friends in the UK to help me troubleshoot more of what's wrong with the car and give me some pointers. But yep, tomorrow's gonna be another day, and we're for sure gonna get this to run, because we're Carborn Racing. Welcome back to the vlog. It is day 3 and we're finally back in the car shop. I couldn't sleep last night because I was trying to wonder how to get the Radical to start. This morning, Edward told me that the micro switch for the starter was broken, so we proceeded to replace it with just the normal push button switch. Later on, we will be fixing it up But right now, we're excited to get the car running. Stelios is checking the ignition wires to see if we're in the proper firing order. I've downloaded the Life app so I can get more data from the car and view it in the laptop. So fingers crossed, let's hope this baby fires up. Alright guys, there you have it. We're finally finished. The car is done. It's taken 2.5 days and it's been blood, sweat and tears for us. Some few cuts on me, but not a problem. We enjoyed building the car all the way up till the drama of not starting. But after that, getting it on the ground and just seeing it for the first time, sitting on its own 4 wheels complete, looks amazing. Building it was a lot of fun, but obviously bringing it to the racetrack, setting some lap records down, and seeing what this baby can do is what it's all about. No car is complete without its graphics, especially a race car. So we're going to be putting new stickers on the Radical. We're back from doing rolling shots with the Evo and back looking at the Radical look. They have my number 12, Victoria Court logo, and then a purple stripe. What's up, Day Day? Working hard? Yes. Nice cap. Okay, the car's been finished wrapping by 8 decals, and I really love the purple stripes. We've changed the livery design just a little bit just to make it look more personal, and now we're ready to set some lap times. I'll see you guys in Clark on Wednesday this week. It's gonna be epic. Good morning everybody, it is 6:30 a.m. and we are getting ready to head to Clark. We are now packing up, I'm coordinating with the rest of the crew. We are going to be shaking down the Radical today, and it's both exciting and very nervous at the same time. I'm hoping we can get our target lap time that I have in my head. But besides that, it's just to enjoy the car and really just feel it out and see what the potential is for this SR8 Radical. Let's see, our cameraman Struan is right here already, and just gonna say bye to the wifey. back in the car and I'm with Stu. Just had our dirty junk food McDonald's breakfast and now we are crawling to the track. The truck that is loading the Radical, which is the camel tow truck, is delayed. They had some issues loading the car. The car was so low. The splitter was basically grinding onto the flatbed, so they had to jack it up with wood pallets and bring it up slowly. Besides that, there's been an accident on the highway, so I think we're going to be having a late start today. Hopefully there's not a lot of people on track and we don't have to keep waiting for the bikes to go around. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we can get a clean run later and get all our shots in so that we can just enjoy the rest of the day. What you have to say today?
It's gonna be a long day.
Did you bring your sunscreen?
Oh shit, no, yeah.
No.
It's gonna be fun though.
Yeah.
Very excited. Super excited.
So we've been on track for about half the day already. It's about 12:30. We just had lunch and we're now making the seat for the car and still doing pre-alignment checkups. The car is right behind me. The car was late because we had issues loading the car and then getting it off the flatbed it just took a lot of time. So right now we haven't run the car, still waiting anxiously, and hopefully in the next few hours we're gonna get to go on track. Conditions are a bit perfect because we have an overcast, it's not such a hot day, and there's not a lot of people running on track. Right now the team of Edgen is making some alignment pre-checks just to make sure the car is in setting, and then after that we're gonna load some fuel, check all the fluids, and then hopefully we can go run. Fastest official time of Formula 4 car was like 1:53, so we're hoping our low target would be 1:49, but I think we can do a 1:45. We're on old slicks right now, and later on in the afternoon, if everything's going really well, I'm going to slap on some new slicks and see if we can knock down some good time. Just had our first outing with the car, and we didn't get any great time yet. We're still shaking the car down. I was bedding in the brakes, feeling the car out. I didn't like my seating position. It was a bit too high, so the wind was catching my helmet and I was being pushed back with my head. Plus, like the GoPro mounted on my helmet was literally pushing my helmet to the right of my face. We did maybe 7 laps and we're now checking up on the car. None of the timers on the car work, so we have to load the GPS map in at least, I think. And right now they're checking on the car because we found some oil leaking out. Besides that, the car is very fast. It sounds amazing, and the brakes are very strong, very stable. I haven't even had a chance to really warm up there, so we're hoping we get one more session out because it's already 4 p.m. and we've only had our first session. I don't think I'm going to be breaking any times today, but relatively it's possible to break 150 easy, I think. Just gotta push. Update you guys again later. End of the day, and I managed to get about, I think, 8 or 9 more laps, and we were doing sub 2s. All my times were about 155, 156, but our best time today is 154.7, which technically puts me in the same category as the Formula 4, and I've only had about 15 laps today. It's the end of the day and the track is closed and we have no choice but to back up. I want to thank Edgen and his team, Alan Uys, Struan, my staff Kevin, Stelios, and everyone who helped us get the car running. Camel Toe Towing for taking care of the transport for the Radical. And yep, we're gonna be back. We're gonna go try to schedule another 2-day testing just to get the bugs out. At the end of the day, the car is an amazing track weapon. It sounds crazy, it darts like anything, there's no drama. I had some moments where the rear stepped out just a little, but nothing that I freaked out with. I need to schedule another day. Basically, we need more time with the car. I need more time with the car for me to cut my times down. But not bad at all for our first outing of 15 laps. So can't expect so much. I didn't want to push so hard, and there's a few things I want to fix with the car before we come back. So definitely we will be back. This video will continue again, and we will be setting a really fast lap record for the track. We didn't even get to change tires today, so I'm running old slicks. But yep, loading the car now. It's such a pain to load. It takes about 30-40 minutes to load because this front splitter is so low. But yep, see you guys again soon. Ciao.